Hi, welcome to Florida State University.
Hello, and welcome to Florida State University.
Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Dr. Cameron Beatty, and I teach in the higher education program and also our undergraduate leadership studies program. My pronouns are he, him, and his, and my undergraduate institution, I actually attended Indiana University in Bloomington, Indiana, and majored in sociology and African diaspora studies, where I also worked professionally and also got my master's degree in higher education and student affairs from IU Bloomington. My graduate degree is from Iowa State University in Ames, Iowa, where I have a PhD in higher education administration and a graduate certificate in social justice in higher education.
The name I prefer to use is KG, which are my initials for Kathy Guthrie, or Dr. Guthrie. The pronouns I use are she, her, and hers. My undergraduate institution is North Central College in Naperville, Illinois, which is a small private liberal arts in a suburb of Chicago, about 30 minutes west. My master's institution is Illinois State University, and my doctoral institution is University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. So as you can probably guess, I got all my degrees in Illinois. I am from the Midwest and from Illinois.
In a technical sense, when I publish, I'm Dr. Bradley E. Cox. But when I'm in class or when I'm hanging around the office or when I happen to have a meeting with you, please call me Brad. I feel much more comfortable with it. So as soon as you can get comfortable with it, feel free to do that. If you call me Dr. Cox, yeah, I'll still respond, but I really do ask that everybody call me Brad. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And I did my undergraduate at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. I got a bachelor's in business with a minor in English, then went and taught English in a rural North Carolina high school, 10th and 11th grade literature and English. I coached the first ever varsity soccer teams, both boys and girls, at Anson County, North Carolina. And then I went to the University of South Carolina for my master's in student affairs. And then I went right after there into the position of the, there's a lot of words, Coordinator of Research and Public Information at the National Resource Center for the First Year Experience and Students in Transition. Yeah, I think I missed one in there, so I got like 13 words in that title. But I did that for a couple of years and then went up to Penn State to do my doctorate in higher education, and then came right down here to Florida State University as an assistant professor in 2010.
My particular research interests center race and gender and thinking about leadership and leadership education. I also look at racial battle fatigue for undergraduate student leaders.
My research interests and topics include leadership learning, which really informs leadership education, while my main focus is undergraduate students, which then translates into how do we teach leadership in both curricular and co-curricular settings. I also am interested in professional development for higher education professionals, mainly in student affairs. How do individuals have professional development in different ways to then be able to explore their philosophy and their purpose in the work that we do, which is so important.
Within the higher education program, I tend to teach courses related to student development theory at both the master's and the doctoral level. I also teach a course on studying college students, so how we actually learn about college students. And then occasionally I'll teach some other courses, including organizational behavior and institutional governance and state governance, those kind of things. And then a couple of periodic other courses where I will touch on methods or I'll talk about a specific student population. But those are the kind of courses I teach.
The classes I teach within the higher education program is Leadership Education and Learning, which is a second-year master's course, which is required. I also have taught practicum for master's students for about the last 10 years, and I'm excited to say that now Dr. Beatty and I will be alternating in who will be teaching practicum. Practicum is where we visit institutions and travel not only in the state of Florida, but abroad. And it has been a part of our higher education program at Florida State since the 1960s, and so has a long tradition of being a part of this program. I also teach a Leading Change in Higher Education class that is offered every other fall.
My particular classes I teach in the higher education program, I teach the Diversity in Higher Ed course, which will take your first year, second semester, and spring semester for the master's students. I'll also be teaching the practicum course on and off. So I'll be teaching that course in the summer of 2021. And I share that course on and off with Dr. Guthrie.
Something I wish I had known when I was new to graduate school is that the process of graduate work, whether it's master's or doctoral work, can be an emotional roller coaster. One day I felt like, okay, I got this. I know what I'm doing. And then the next day I felt like such an imposter and I should not have been in that space and questioned whether I should be in that space. And so once I figured out that that is part of the process for me, now I'm not saying it's for everyone, but that was something that I wish I had thought about more going into it. Because once I figured out that I will have those really good days and I'll have those bad days where I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know what I'm doing, then I was able to really figure it out and how to tackle anything and tried to make my lows really short and my highs longer. And that was what I wish I would have known before entering into a graduate program.
So when I went to grad school, I think the biggest tip I would have liked to have gotten before I started, and when I didn't actually get until like my third year and it got tough at that point, but is to get some type of citation management software. I know it sounds so nerdy, and it is, but you're going to be reading so many different articles and books and chapters, and you're going to find that they get overwhelming. And when you're trying to study for a test at the end of the year, we don't do a whole lot of tests, but nonetheless, or you're studying for one of your big exams, the prelim exam, or you're trying to write a final paper, whatever the reason is, it's often really helpful to be able to pull all of your sources together at one time. So if you use a citation management software, you can put all of your references into that one spot, and then you can go and you can point and click or drag and drop your references into your papers, and it automatically creates a bibliography for you. It's pretty cool.
So something I enjoy in my downtime is I just got a puppy, Zora. You probably might hear her over there. But spending time with Zora, walking Zora, cuddling on the couch with Zora have become my new favorite pastime. I've had Zora now for maybe 2 months, so she's still very new. I'm still getting to know her. She's still getting to know me. So Zora Neal Beatty, maybe you all get a chance to meet her when we can all meet in person. The other thing that I just love to do is travel, and I think getting Zora now has kind of filled that void that the pandemic has caused, is I haven't been able to travel. I love to travel with my friends. I have a group of friends that I travel with regularly. We do everything from local domestic trips to like Napa Valley to international trips, like going to Rio and Brazil. And I just really love to travel and experience new places and new things with the people that I love, which are my friends.
Something I enjoy to do in my downtime is really spending time with my partner of 25 years and my 7-year-old daughter. And so that fills me up, fills my cup and fills my heart. I also love to read, be outdoors, and I actually love to create gifts for people. That might sound strange, but I truly believe that crafting is one of my love languages. And so I love to create things in different ways.
I'm going to show you something that I'm a little embarrassed by, but I'm also kind of proud of. So I have 2 kids. My son's 11, my daughter's 8. They're in school right now, in virtual school. So we spend a lot more time with them during the day than we're used to. One of the things that we have occasionally done is that their kids have set up camp for us. And recently it has been an art camp. And so I want to show you my creations with the assistance of my children over the last couple of days. First, with my son, this is an abstract picture that eventually turned into the sky. And then this is the, quote, realistic version of a person relative to a stick figure, which is what I usually draw. And believe it or not, this is significantly better than I would have done without the very close instruction of my 11-year-old son. Second thing is, and I'm a a little embarrassed by this, largely because it really looks like a sad, sad, sad unicorn. But that's what I drew with my daughter's assistance. She did a much better couple of unicorns, but that's part of why I don't teach other people how to draw. I teach them how to do other things. That's why I don't teach people how to sing, because you definitely don't want to hear me do that, and nobody here does either. But you know, we're all living through some unique circumstances right now, and if I have to learn how to draw unicorns better to keep my daughter and son happy and satisfied and growing during this time, then you know what, I'll do that. So look forward to talking with you more. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will hopefully see you down the line.